Can I ask you? Okay, this is old man waving fist at cloud, but I'm playing devil's advocate here because I don't care honestly. There's a picture of Matthew Chouanier with Leo Messi, right? An opponent, a contemporary. Is that okay during the season? I mean, it's Messi. Does that change everything, or is there a right to be? Why should you put Messi on a pedestal and put out that picture? I don't care, but I know people will complain about that.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, resting those guys and rotating through it robs them of the chance to go toe to toe with this type of talent, and perhaps players that they've revered over the course of their careers or idolized in a sense. So it's Leo Messi, who, it must be said, was wearing a very Jimmy Brennan shirt. Did you guys notice what he was wearing? That looked like the shirt Jimmy wore for the 500th episode. Yeah, so I think Chouanier pulls out. I think Kokoro. I mean, Suarez is a guy that he has looked up to, and so we got to not only play against him but have a chat with him. They swap jerseys, so it's guys like getting to see these people and these players live, playing against them, testing yourself against them. But then I don't think there's anything wrong with that swap and like getting a jersey signed. And Chouanier had a Messi number 10 Argentine jersey. So, I mean, he's planned for it and he gets to do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't even think there's anything wrong with like a Driussi or, other stars in this league, Hani Mukhtar, whoever it is, Cucho Hernandez, whatever, like the big stars in this league. If players are young and they're coming up through the ranks and these are the guys that they're putting on a pedestal, there's nothing wrong post game with a chat and looking to get your jersey signed. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Especially after picking up 3 points.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true, right? Maybe it'd be a different perspective had they lost.
I agree with Dubs. You hear about it a lot too, where players are swapping jerseys and having conversations with the oppositions, and some managers don't like that. Some managers frown upon that. I don't. I think if I'm playing against another player or teammates are playing against or ex-teammates are playing against each other, there's a mutual respect for one another. Mm-hmm. If you want to swap a jersey at halftime walking into the tunnel, that doesn't affect the way that you're going to play. It doesn't take your mind off the game. It's like, a couple of minutes, quick conversation, swap the jersey, thanks, and away you go. And then you start getting prepared for the second half. Or after the game, you're taking your time talking. There's nothing wrong with it. It's respect for those individuals for what they've done in the game. Mm-hmm. And people love these types of matches where you're playing against the best of the best, because you kind of, as a player, you start to compete against him differently as well to find out really where you are. And then you get a better understanding when you're playing against a guy like Messi and you're like, holy shit, this guy's good. Like, he's really good.
Now you realize.
And you realize even more because you're on the pitch with him. It's different from watching it and going, wow, this guy's amazing. But when you're actually in the moment playing against these types of players, you realize just how great they are and the way they think about the game and their movement. And it's appreciated. And most players in this world would do the exact same thing and try to get Messi's jersey or try to get a signature from him. I mean, against Ronaldo, we tried to get his jersey. All of us did. I'm running by and going, hey, you get a jersey at halftime? And he's like, no, I got to give it to the other guy. I was like, fuck him. He's a loser. Give me your jersey.
Meanwhile, Danny Dichio's got his shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
It's a leveling of the playing field, isn't it? Like, it's a reality check in the best way, and it can be a sobering one, but it's also like a lot of these young guys are probably playing FIFA and like picking teams with these guys on it, and now they're getting to stand shoulder to shoulder with them in the tunnel and like actually see physically what they look like. You know what I mean? So there's that. This is almost a bringing down to earth, but then it's, as you say, Jimmy, it's the other end of the spectrum where you get to see this stuff happening live. You get to see the touch, you get to see the execution, you get to see the working in tight spaces, and the skill at the highest level. And as much as, sometimes, and Forrest, you'll probably do this, where somebody was talking about this team rotated in Miami and how it resembled a garage league. It's not that. But I mean, you do have to account for the amount of talent that gets poured into this team with the injection of the likes of Alba and Busquets and Suarez and Messi. Like, I mean, you're really going to come down a level. But still, I think it's fabulous. And I don't think that you should take them to task for looking for a signature or a picture.
It's Messi.
Yep.
Enough said, right? That's what you got to say, really, isn't it?
It's Messi. I mean, he's one of the best of all time, if not the best.
But I think it's that's a great example of this, the different perspective players have compared to fans, right? Fans hate the opponent, no matter who they are. They hate them. Whereas you have that respect as a footballer that you're doing the same job here. Yeah, there's dickheads and guys you don't like and girls you don't like, I'm sure, Carly Lloyd. But generally speaking, you're doing the same job and you have that mutual respect, which I can appreciate, whereas fans don't see that, right? I mean, Jimmy, you've been on the field with Ronaldo. I mean, is it that obvious how much better he is than everyone else? Because as a regular dude like myself playing the old charity game against professionals, never at that level, obviously, but they're playing a different game to that I'm playing. And that's just like me playing against, Stephen Caldwell, right? Yeah. They're playing a different quality game, right? Stevie isn't known for his skill, but when he's playing against a bunch of idiots like me, as well as still throwing elbows, by the way, Stevie, he's just doing things that I couldn't even dream of doing. How about yourself when you're playing against that level of football?
Yeah, when you're playing against that level, I think, in the tunnel when you're lining up and you're looking, I didn't realize how big Ronaldo was until I played against him. Like he's a big man. And then out in the field, and we had quite a few quick players as well. And I was like, you're opening up your legs big time, and you just realizing how quick this guy is. And when I say open up, Charms, I mean striding.
Oh, okay.
Striding, you're pushing yourself
post game
during the match. It's such losers.
Something you want to say? You want to tell us here, Jimmy, about Ronaldo?
No, but when you're lined up against him or you're running beside him and you realize how quick he is, and then you see his touch, his movement, just where he sees the game. I remember one time, not because I played against him against Portugal, and then we played against Real Madrid, and there was one. We had Marvel Wynn who could jump like a kangaroo, and I remember a cross came over, and Ronaldo must have jumped probably, I'd say, 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet higher than what Marvel jumped at the same time. And you just couldn't believe how he elevates himself and how high he gets up. Why are you laughing?
And how big his unit is.
I'm gonna
when
say
he spreads
really,
his legs.
Yeah, you really marveled at how high he could jump.
Oh my god!
I think we've all discussed before that we all really hope that Ronaldo's got a tiny, tiny lunch kit.
Yeah,
because he's got everything else going for him, right? I mean, it'd just be fucking typical, wouldn't it? If he had like a good old
Spit on Dubs.
hanging there.
Spit on Dubs. There's our promo.
I would imagine him being like gold member.
He is gold member.
You see a post match in the Real Madrid locker room, like, well, Mr. Brennan, why are you in the shower? Why are you here? Your locker room's next door.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I would have raced in there. We're like, come on, boys, let's go.
Flop them out. Let's see. Let's be Avenue.
That's what everybody's working with. Come on.